Beast video. So what we got today, we're going to showcase our defensive lineup. I'll talk about a little bit about the players, and then we're going to go to the auction house, look kind of what you can get them for, talk a little bit about that side, and then we'll do some gameplay, show you how I like to use them to the big advantage. Now, I'm going to say the two main ones that you want to get on this team. Here we have Andrew Bogut, and we got Kristaps Porzingis. So Porzingis, especially a great player to have. So you can see he's got 76 3-point and 70 shooting, but this guy's a really good shooter. So even with that, plus both of them, they will drive to the net for you almost every time. And they have super fast break, so when you get a turnover in your own end, and you can just toss it down to them and they'll go in and get you the score. So really good players to have on the team, and plus they're both like 7 foot tall, so that is definitely helpful to have on your team. So those two are the big ones that I would suggest you pick up. And we'll check out the prices, but I got them for both around 5,000. So 5,000 to 7,000 coins per one, which is like, what, 4 season games or something like that. So great. Even if those are the only two you get, good way to do it. The other ones we got on here, we got Evan Fournier. So him, again, look at that 86 speed, especially on the defensive line, with that speed boost and the defense boost. It's a nice lineup to get them on. And then he's got 66 defense after that. Pretty good shooting, really good 3-point shooting. So nice addition to have on the team there. Again, another player that you can get for between 5 and 10,000 coins. And basically, the lowest you can get golds for is about 4,000. And that's it depends on when you're picking them up, depends on like time and all of those things. So if you're looking for a gold budget beast, that's pretty much what you should expect to do. But wait, wait 5 minutes and then a new one will drop with a cheaper price, something like that. Sometimes they're not as common, especially in different lineups. But if you just wait a little bit and spend a little bit of time waiting to get it for a cheaper price, you can usually get all of these ones for 5,000. I'm sure if you try to do it over a period of a day, you get all of them for 5 or less. So here we go. Next one we got Brandon Knight, and again look at that 85 speed. So he is really quick to get down the court, and he has 36. He's got 86 3-point shooting and 66 shoot. So not the best like shooting, but like really good. For 3-point shooting. The other thing is, as we bring up Jared Jack, who actually I think shoots 3 points really well, but also has some good speed defense. Your shooting guard, point guard, I don't put too much focus on necessarily making sure, on those ones as much as some of the other positions in this game, because 3-point shooting, like really, you could have LeBron James, you could have, Brandon Knight, and they're almost both going to hit just as many 3-points. If you watch my Shaq video, I hit a 3-pointer with Shaq. So it's kind of inconsistent of, who hits them, how often they hit them, and stuff like that. So don't really be too necessarily concerned about those, but really focus on those ones who will drive to the net for you, those ones who will get you the rebounds and those kind of things, because that's the thing that you can really control with your gameplay. The rest of it's like kind of a little bit of luck, to be honest. So here we go. We're going to show you how they can play, and we're going to go against an 84 overall lineup, and we're going to see how we do. Alright, so first, before we do that, because I forgot that this is what I said we were doing first, we're going to look up the auction house prices for them. So right now, I have the defensive lineup. So you can see Bogut there. They're tons for 5,000. Well, not tons, but 3 of them for 5,000. So 5,000 coins, you can pick up 78 overall. I would go with the 78 overall. He's got a lower overall one as well, but this is a perfect one. The stats, again, the stats is something you're like, you see this card and you're like, this card sucks. Look how low the stats are. There's a lot of hidden stats. And this guy is a hidden beast. Like, that is why he's a budget beast, because he plays like an animal. You're going to see it when it comes time for him to step it up. But here we go. Next one up. So we got the Kristaps Porzingis. It's again 8,000. You can see going there. So I got him for 5,000. But you can still, even 8,000 coins, not bad to play for this guy. So the 78 overall again. So then you see again, we have different positions. So he's in the shooting guard position, also in the small forward position. But you can see in the shooting guard position has a lot, has less 3-point, has less shooting than he does in his small forward position. So I'll put him in the small forward. In fact, none of his stats are really as good in that. So be careful if you're going to buy this one. Go for the small forward, not the shooting guard position. And again, there's one for 4,000 there. So you can see again 4,000 coins. Basically, that means you're going to, if all of them are 4,000 coins, you got 5 players. You make 20,000 coins, and you're going to have yourself a team. So one season is all you really got to play, and then you got a team. And then we got our next one. Okay, so we got Brandon Knight here. Again, so 75 overall and the 79 overall. You could pick up the 75 overall if you want. but it's only 82 3-point and 62 shooting, a lot less speed, so it's not quite as good as the 79. And the 79 one, you can see there's one for 5,000. So 1 for 5,000, and it's been on there for an hour. If it's been on there for an hour, there's a pretty good chance that that's a price that you could probably get if you're looking at picking this up. This is on Auction House 2, by the way. Could be different between the different auction houses. So, and then the last one, we got Jack. So Jared Jack, and again, this one, so 78 overall. He's a little bit more, 8,000. This one is kind of interchangeable. Point guard, I just really like playing with Jared Jack. I find he's a really good player to play with. You know, passes well, moves the ball around well. Good dribbling, 84 dribbling, as you can see there. But this, you know, point guard, switch it out if you think there's another one you'd rather put in the point guard position. I basically, like, my ranking of how important I would put these people on the team is you should put Bogut and you should put Porzingis as your first two, and after that it kind of goes, you know, Fournier and then going to the Knight and to Jared Jack. So there you go. Those are the players. The other thing I'll show you, if I take off defensive, and this goes for most of them, and we'll bring up Bogut as our example, you can see that they come into all different lineups. So you have them at center, and it's still the same stats in center. So center as your shooting lineup. So you can get them, especially these lower gold cards, you can get them on every lineup. So you could make every single lineup. If you wanted to build up all of your lineups, you could use the same budget beats for all of them. The prices will vary a little bit, but usually you can get them for about the same price. Because people don't necessarily at this point think, oh hey, I'm going to put it for that price. They think, I'm just going to buy the player. So anyways, let's get into some gameplay. Let's show you how to use these players to basically destroy any level of competition. Okay, so here you go. We found an 84 overall team, and you can see they have Westbrook, they have Butler, they have Paul George, Anthony Davis, Al Horford. They got a great team. So we're going to see our 77 versus their 84, how we can do to show you. Now, if we did this against like a 77 or like an equally ranked team, it'll be, you can see how you're basically unstoppable. You win by like 20 points. There you go, right off the bat, Bogut gets the steal and then goes in for the easy layup. So again, the big thing I would use these players for, especially Bogut, especially Porzingis, tap that button, your guard button, whenever you go near, because what they do really well with is they have such good reach, right? And then again, they drive in. Look at that. So it goes through everybody because of their height. As long as you get a little bit of momentum going, you're gonna get the score. And so this is also the good thing about having defense. Just tap the guard button, tap the guard button. When they get close to shooting, that's when you can, you know, jump up and try and get the block as well. So here we go. We got Jack. Pretty bad pass, but we got the ball back anyways. So going now on to the I don't even know what happened there, but we get it back again. So trying to get it, I'm gonna try and get it to Knight. So Jack has it there. They just keep like putting it out of bounds for us. This is really poor time for gameplay because we just keep getting the ball. But hey, at the same time, we get it back. Okay, so here we go. So Knight, so Brandon Knight. Oh, that's a really, okay. So, but like I say, right, like 3 points, like I would miss that many even if I was with Steph Curry. So it doesn't, you know, it doesn't really make a huge difference who you have as your point guard necessarily. But again, nice quick steal up to Porzingis. He goes in and gets the layup. That's what you want. That's what you want on your team, is someone who's going to drive to the net every time. If you just go for threes, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But if you want to guarantee yourself wins, get people who are going to drive to the net for you. Play it without just shooting threes every time. Again, another steal up to Porzingis, who goes in and lays down the jump. Easy, simple. That is the way. So this is some gameplay tips as well for you. Go in, get the blocks, tapping the block button. You're basically going to pick up most of the rebounds because you have two 7-foot-tall players in the paint there. And then we go up. Jack goes in. Jared Jack gets blocked. So that might be the one that I would switch out. Like I like playing with Jared Jack. I don't know. He's been one that I've had on my team for a while. But that could be one that you take out. So here we go. We're going to try it again. Brandon Knight, attempt 2. We'll miss 2. Okay. So this is like the worst he's played for me. I swear. And then a last second attempt by Jared Jack. But so you can see the nice thing about this team, right? You got that size, you got those people, they play well for you. It's definitely a nice thing to have. Alright, so there you go. That is our first episode of Budget Beast. That's our first lineup for our Budget Beast lineup. We'll make sure to do more in the future as I start to find more Beast players. But the big ones, again, make sure you get this Boga, make sure you get this Porzingis. Those are some beastly cards to have on your team with their size, with their speed, with their breakout speed, with their ability to drive to the net, get your rebounds, everything they got. Those are my top 2 choices of who you should have for Budget Beast. The other one, I do like Brendan. He's played bad in these videos, but he's played really well for me in other ones, so I'd still put him on the team. And Jared Jack is a good defender, right? I don't know what his defense is on there. 66, pretty for 66 defense, but for a point guard, pretty good defender on our side. So hey, there you go. Thanks for checking this out, and thanks for stopping by. It has been a pleasure as always. Stopde.